Alright guys, once again it's Kreezxil. Here I am. Here I am. So for the server we have the open parties and claim that's now turned off. That way we can do what? That way we can do stores. And that also means we have to rely on the honor system. Yes, that means we have to rely on the honor system. And I went ahead and I created that builder's jetpack. Been learning how to use it. Does not use standard creative flat throws. Instead of jump 2 times, you use shift and space to launch it. And I've managed to turn off things. I swear I felt some lag in here the other day. So in order to get the base chunk loaded again, we're going to have to build the power loaders. Like there's one. And let me see. And this one absolutely must have a mechanical crafter in it. I have everything but this respawn anchor. Okay. Can you make Crying Obsidian? No. So you have to find or fish for it. So it's very rare. Oh, those are piglin drops. So it comes from piglin, bartering, or dungeon chest. So that means every time I drop that big old machine of mine into the ground, there's a chance that we've been digging it up. Nope, we have not dug up anything. We're going to have to do piglin trades to get the Crying Obsidian. I feel like those guys didn't think anything through. Well, they only needed it for a YouTube video series, and they were all super popular with over 500,000 subscriptions each. So it didn't matter to them, and we were all going to tune in anyways, right? I got a gigantic coal buffer going. I have a small one and a giant one. It's probably overkill. It's probably not overkill. I have no freaking idea. I got that thing getting rid of dirt for me automatically, and it, dirt does not last in the blast furnace. Probably don't need a chunk loader. I have various redundant systems in place, and it just fires everything up. So it looks like we're going to be making this one first, right? No, because oh shit, it drops itself. Why do we add mods to our packs that are crap? There is nobody that's playing this mod pack that's, you know what? I doubt anybody's in the nether long enough to trade with the piglins to get this respawn anchor. We are going to add a recipe. How about, since I have to go fly in to catch a ghast to even load the anchor, the whole thing, what if I add a recipe using a ghast tier? So ghast and obsidian to create the Crying Obsidian so that we can make this damn thing. Yeah, let's do that. That's the whole part of a pack designer is figuring out what's too difficult or too tedious and making it better. Okay, so for those of you not familiar with CraftTweaker, let's go ahead. We'll do this in single player so we can get the recipe right. I like CraftTweaker. Don't even talk to me about QJS. QJS is just JavaScript. I don't like JavaScript, but then again, I started with CraftTweaker before JavaScript. That's not true. I was doing JavaScript probably way before a lot of you guys, but still. Let's just be true about some things, right? Okay, we're going to have to F11 this screen to access the folders, instances, CurseForge, start with create, scripts, Why not? Technically should break each one of those why nots into its own thing. That when if something should break, it's easier honing in on it. Create new empty document that we are going to call Crying Obsidian.cs. I'll open all of these with Pulsar. Or not. I mean, all I need is this part here, so. Now how do you type in text and draw? Crying Obsidian. And we want Crying Obsidian. And we want 8 of them. So times 8. And then we're just going to surround, since this has sugar. This is already in kind of the format we need. So let's replace sugar with obsidian. Not obsidian, but obsidian. Replace all. There we go. And then rotten flesh would be a gas tier. Not that that's going to be hard, because now you have the builder's jetpack to get you there. And let's go into the single player world. /reload. It's reloaded. See, that reloads fast because there's just not enough mods in here. Okay. Now we'll look up. Let's look at how hard it is to make anything now. So you have the respawn anchor, and now the Crying Obsidian, and there you go. Mix one gas tier with the obsidian, and boom. You get the 8 Crying Obsidian. So now the only challenge is to get the Crying Obsidian. Now, that means a starting player is not going to be able to get Obsidian because they don't have the ability to mine it. They can make it, but they don't have the ability to mine it until they get some diamonds or some emerald ore. And we're not about to tell them to go into the Rocky Barren Mountains to find all the emeralds they can shake a stick at. No, sir. We ain't telling them that hint. Now, they still have to go to the nether and get that gas tier. That's a fight that nobody wants to have because some gas are relentless. But once you make this baby here, the builder's jetpack, which I made simpler, you'll be fine. But you're not going to be able to build that builder's jetpack until you get where? The nether, because you're going to need these blaze burners in this recipe, plus all these components that need brass. So, it's still difficult. I did make I made one of these recipes simpler, and that's this gunpowder one. As you shall see, it is a mixing recipe, which means you have to go to the nether so you can get them blaze powders, you know. So that means I can technically go set up a blaze rod powder farm. Or I can just go battle some blazes. So, show and tell. So that's going to be an update. Alright. I guess I'm just teasing you guys all week long over these last 5 videos. You're like, shit, or get off the pot, old man. Maybe this will be the title of this old video. Old man won't get off the commode, but keeps talking about what he's gonna do. I don't know. So I'm gonna make that sure that script is uploaded to my server anyway. Because, I mean, we still have to go get the gas tier. No. We need to make sure we have fuel so we don't run out. Then we gotta go get some gas tiers. Then we ain't got no magnets. Because that magnet was supposed to have a magnet. Alright. This is just another teether video. I'm stopping it right here.